Microtech Tachyon 2. We are all familiar with the blade design by now. Most of the material is taken out in the pivot in the middle of the handle, which meant that there's a bit more weight on the end of the handle. Also, the blade has had some holes put in it near the pivot area, which takes off a little weight here, which means there's a bit more in the tip of the blade here, which helps balance it out a little bit. Now the pivots, I'm not too much a fan of. They do use, let's see if we can get it in focus here. No. But you can see the little pin sticking out there in the middle, the little safety Torx bits I'm not a fan of. It's not a bit that I have just lying around the house. Now, the ends of the handles do fall just shy of being at a perfect weight, and because so, aerials do tend to be a little unpredictable. I love the latch design they did on here. It's not too plain and it's not too intricate, and it allows easy roll in the fingers if you're doing any kind of latch drop. What I do not like is this roll pin holding it in place. You have to completely disassemble the knife if you want the latch off, which of course voids your warranty. So heaven forbid you lose a screw and you have to send it back. Now any kind of chaplains or rolls with this knife, it all flows very well. But if I'm doing any kind of multiple rolls with any finger, it does require a bit of an extra push to keep that momentum going. Now when it comes to fanning and ladders, this knife is perfect because of the light handles. It allows for very easy manipulation of the knife, even though ladders, like the aerials, they tend to be a little unpredictable rather, just because of the weight of the handles. If you're not throwing it just right, the blade will stick to the inside of the handle and you won't go very far with it. Now the Tach 2 really does play well with the AB because the length and weight are so similar. It's not too big of a hassle if your hands have gotten used to the AB and then you switch to the Tach 2 as opposed to flipping the AB every day and then trying to flip an Archangel. It's a big difference there, even though the size is the same. It's just not as close as this Tach 2. The cons of a Tach 2, I don't like the way they handle their parts. If you lose one of the spacer screws, you have to send the whole knife back to Microtech so they can put a screw in it. Also, you avoid the warranty if you wish to flip latchless, because taking this roll pin apart without destroying the knife does require you to disassemble the full handle. These annoying safety Torx bits, I really don't like them. And the horns tend to pinch me a little bit if I hold it too close here. You roll it shut, it catches my finger right in there. Now the pros, this thing flips great right out of the box. Weight is near perfect, even though if these spacers were slightly larger, it'd be right on target. It'd be perfect. And the blade stays sharp. I've cut a bunch of stuff with it already, and it tears me up. I like the large choil here in the blade. My Daryl Ralph's had that, and it allows me to control the blade somewhat when I am holding the bite handle. Also, it lets me know, it's kind of an early warning sign for when a ring is about to happen. It can be stopped with a large choil. Love that. And lastly, this knife is the size and the weight we've all been asking for from knife companies for years, and here comes Microtech out of the blue with the Tachyon 2. They did a fantastic job. Really proud of those guys. Good knife. Great knife. It's been a pleasure to flip.